Okay, number 19. Triangle PQR has right angle Q. If sine of R is equal to 4 or 5, what is the value of tangent P? Okay, so this is a trigonometry question. So, and they didn't give us a picture. So let's just go and draw out our triangle. Okay, draw a right triangle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so it doesn't have to be draw the scale or anything. Okay, let me redraw this a little bit. Okay. So we can just draw a quick sketch to help us visualize what's going on. Okay, let's just say if this is triangle PQR, so yeah, PQR, okay, PQR like this. And then right angle had to be Q. Okay, so Q had to be right there at 90-degree angle. Let's just say this is our triangle. So it doesn't matter how you draw it. As long Q is a right angle, that should be good. But then based on the way we draw it, if I put P here and R here, you see, we have to be able to label this correctly. Okay, based on this information, this is sine of angle R is 4 or 5. So my angle R is on the top. Okay, this is the angle R here. And sine of this angle is 4 or 5. So what's the definition of the sine function? Right, sine function tells us a ratio of the opposite side compared to the hypotenuse. Okay, so sine is opposite, and sine of an angle, I just say sine of theta is always opposite over the hypotenuse. Right, if sine of angle R is 4 or 5, that means the opposite side has to be 4 and the hypotenuse has to be 5. Okay, so which side is the opposite side from angle R? That had to be across from angle R. So this side, so PQ, right, will be the opposite. So we can say that's 4. And this is the opposite side. And then the hypotenuse is the longest side in the right triangle, right? So that will be 5. Okay, so we can label it like this. The opposite is 4, hypotenuse is 5. Okay. Right, and then we can also solve for this missing side now, right? So we can solve for RQ because we have a right triangle here. To solve for a missing leg, we can do the Pythagorean theorem. So it'll be a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. This will be, so let's just say this is a squared plus 4 squared equal to 5 squared. We should get a squared plus 16 equal to 25. And then do minus 16 on both sides, right? Do minus 16 on both sides, we get a squared equal to 9. And then lastly, take the square root. Okay, take the square root, we get a equal to 3. So our Q here, this leg is actually equal to 3. Okay, all right, so once we have that, now we can answer the question. The question is, what's tangent of P? And so here we do have to be a little bit careful here. See, tangent of angle P. So now we're switching angle. Right, we're no longer looking at angle R. We're looking at angle P. Okay, so if an angle switch, the opposite and adjacent will be different. Okay, the hypotenuse is always hypotenuse, that's the longest side. But according to angle P here, its opposite side should be right across from angle P. So the 3 is the opposite side. And its adjacent side will be right next to angle. So 4 is the adjacent side. Okay, so that's how we label this. So if we're looking from angle P, 3 is the opposite side, 4 is the adjacent. So now we can answer a question. Tangent of angle P. So tangent function gives the ratio of the opposite divided by the adjacent side. Okay, so what's opposite of P? That's 3, and what's adjacent? That's 4. Okay, so get 3 over 4. And that should be our answer. Okay, so as a fraction, 3 over 4, or as a decimal, it would be 0.75. Either one will work for number 19. Okay, so for this question, we had to first draw the triangle, label correctly based on information they give us, and then use that triangle to answer a question. We have to be careful if we're using a different angle, right? We have to make the adjustment as well. Okay, so our final answer for number 19 is 3 over 4.